What's that you've been doing on Instagram? Because I seen you get like different rappers to come guest on your page and Instagram Live and all that.
Yeah, man, you know how I get, bro. I start thinking of like shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I literally just was sitting like at the crib because I was really sick like the first month of quarantine. Like I don't know, I was like low key thinking I fucking had it, bro. But once I bounced back, I was like, man, how can I do something virtually to like support the artists? And I always I've told you at the Cypher, I'm always thinking like, man, there's so many artists, bro. Like, if you're not doing something with other artists, you're not really gonna get that much like going on because like it's just so many. We're like oversaturated with artists. So I was like, man, how could I do a show? And I was like, man, let's do like a showcase of artists like showing off their music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And let me figure out a way to like make it like an interview, make it like an actual show. And then I started putting it together. I started asking artists. They're like, I'd be like honored to do some shit with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, let's do it. And we've been doing it every week, and the viewers have been going up.
I seen that you're getting pretty good like stream numbers. That's dope though, because you're involving other people, So a lot of artists right now they're trying to go live on their own, but if you don't work together, it's like if you're not working together, you make it seem like you're working against each other, and then no one's like collaborating all their fan bases and stuff.
That's the problem, bro. I don't think artists really understand like how like psychologically it works when you're working with so many artists. If you're not fucking with them, they take it as you're just big headed. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to fuck with them. You know what I mean? And that's the problem, bro. It's like we gotta get together.
What's like the biggest issue for like a small artist? What's the biggest issue in your personal experience like that's holding them back from growing to getting a bigger fan base, more shows and all that?
I have to say investing in your career. I think that now in today's day and age, because back in the day when we was coming up, it was simply just doing shows and simply selling out the trunk, right? And that was your social media. You know what I'm saying? Now they think that they could just put their song on Spotify and they post it enough. I'm gonna spam the shit out of your timeline, and boom, I get to be famous like that. And that's not the case, bro. That's not the case. Like you literally have to pay for advertising. You got to pay for your branding. You got to pay for a logo. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you got to be a baller to do it, but you got to like sacrifice. Like if you can buy an ounce of weed today, you can buy an ounce of weed right now, cut it back to like a dub, nigga, and put it in your fucking music. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not investing in your brand, but you're out here tricking off. Well, it used to be the club. You know what I'm saying? And you're out here spending your money in reckless places when you're so talented, but the industry don't care no more. The industry don't care how talented you are.
It's about being in front of the page, like the cloud, that stuff that like 6ix9ine, that's what he does. I mean, people hate on this dude, whatever he's been doing, but he's
genius.
He's a marketing genius, bro. He's using all this controversy to promote his music.
I honestly think he snitched for more clout, bro. I honestly think that was his trick. He was like, man, if I snitch right now and I come back, fuck.
I think he's doing like billboards. Like he was ranting about trying to be number one on billboards. That's definitely being done to promote his next song that's coming out on Friday. He talked about my next song's coming out Friday. His last song already broke all kinds of records, and now he's got Ariana Grande, who has like 160 million followers, to make a post about him just because he's been just ranting about that shit.
And that's another thing that I understand, like planning, right? So a lot of people get on my head like, man, when is Lou putting out some new music? I got music right now. But the thing is to prepare. Like the preparation for Ghetto Gospel took a whole year. You know what I'm saying? For the project, the video, the promo, the setup, the mixing, mastering. Mixing and mastering alone was $1,200. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't understand that takes time.
How much do you usually spend on an album, or how much do you spend? I mean, you don't have to say it exactly to the dot, but
I spent too much last year, bro.
Yeah,
way too much last year, and it's the thing is like I could have done that same effect and same experience for a fraction of the cost, but it was my first project. I was excited. I had money to spend.
Yeah.
And before you knew it, I looked back and I was like, my OGs, you know what I'm saying, I talked to, like, man, like, so what's your ROI? I'm like, shit, man, I ain't getting shit back. Like, and but at the end of the day, all the venues respect me now. You know what I'm saying? And I get a huge respect from other artists because I put together this theme.
Because it looked professional. You know, like your music videos were fire. You had like the email that you were sending out to get people to come out to a music video, because I know you invited me and a couple others. Like everything you were doing, it felt like a big time thing, you know, like it wasn't just you and your couple homies in the backyard trying to make a video. It was like you invested into it, and people notice when you put time and or money behind a project. So I think that's why they got respect. And maybe you didn't get the ROI last year or this year, but I think, like you said, you set yourself up. They hold you to a standard. So now moving forward, they're like, oh, let me see what he's working on next.
I appreciate the love, though, man. I appreciate you even coming out to the Cypher and actually noticing the videos, man. The main thing that I wanted was for the world to see it. You know what I mean? When I made the project, when I was recording, I told my team, I was like, bro, we got to do everything we can to get everybody to see this, because I'm not spending this much fucking money on this. We not getting people to see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my family gave me hell about it, you know what I'm saying, because I spent so much. But at the end of the day, they look back on it. My daughter in the videos, my nephew in the videos. Like, it was a crazy experience. But moving forward, I have to make better decisions. And that's why it's taken so long, because I'm being very decisive about what I'm doing. All those freestyles was a build-up up to Ghetto Gospel. People don't really realize.
Yeah.
But I needed to gain more fans to put their eyes on me. And then, boom, like day of, we dropped Ghetto Gospel. And then, boom, the day of the project dropped, I dropped that. And it was like, you know what I'm saying, picking Billy Dale was another thing. It was like to really pick the right artist that could really go peanut butter jelly with me. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy with Billy Dale, because when I picked him, I didn't think he would like eat it like that. He fucking ate the track, dog.
Yeah.
And my homies, I got a team full of homies that I work with on the music, and we're in the studio, and all the homies wanted to get on back. You know what I'm saying? They all wanted to be on back. And I'm like, no, I got a homie coming through. They like, who the fuck you got coming through? Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my niggas is. And they weren't hating. They just was like, nigga, I want to get on the song.
Yeah. I think we lost him a little bit.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I had a call coming through.
Okay.
You back?
Yeah, we're good.
The night Billy Dale came through, all my niggas was in the studio. And Billy Dale pulls up. And they already cracking their lips. And Billy Dale, I'm like, what up, man? And then, like, as soon as he stepped in the booth and started spitting, everybody was like, oh! Like, everybody was losing it. I was like, I told you niggas, man. Like, do you think Lou would put somebody weak on his fucking shit, bro?
Yeah,
like,
they gotta trust you, bro.
oh, man. When he came through with that, by the end of the night, the whole studio was singing the whole song, celebrating, popping bottles. Like, we got a fucking hit, nigga.
Where did you go locally, or where do you like go record it? Like the master and all that?
Valley, because this is the thing. I record at home, but I'm a shit engineer.
Yeah.
So I practice at home just to make sure I got the Jehovah going to where I don't have to read it, and it's just more natural. And then I go to the index. I went to the index room for this particular one.
Yeah.
The engineer is by the names of mixed by Crooks.
Yeah.
He was one of the main engineers for a lot of big artists, but the main one was, man, what's the guy's name who just recently, the white artist?
Mac Miller, no?
Mac Miller. Yep.
Yeah, I know Anthony or Crooks. Went to we graduated from the same high school the same year and everything.
Yeah, he's a fucking sorcerer, dog. Like you go in sounding like womp womp, and they'll fucking fucking fix that shit. But yeah, man, it was a really dope experience. I can't wait to put together this new project that I have dropping in August.
You have a new project coming in August?
I have 2 projects coming in August.
Like,
So
like EPs or what? Full albums or what's the deal?
it's 2 EPs, but it's gonna be like a full album experience. Because I noticed I mixed like genres on Ghetto Gospel, and I wanted to give y'all one and the other. So one's gonna be called Buck City, the other one's called East Side. And it's basically back where I'm from in Biloxi, Mississippi, we call it Buck City, but that's the east side of Biloxi. You know what I'm saying? You can't come to, like, the west side is like Palm Springs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The east side is like Coachella. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to go to the east side. So what I did, I said, you know what? For Buck City, it's going to be all like club bangers. You know what I'm saying? Some shit you can ride to, smoke to, drink to. And then for the east side, which is the dirty side of the hood, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all all the inspirational, motivational shit. You know what I'm saying? The Nipsey Hussle type era. You feel me? And I just wanted to keep it separated because I want to give y'all the junk food, and then I want to give y'all the, you know what I'm saying, the true hip hop form of me.
Yeah, well. Yeah. What's you said you're from Mississippi or Missouri? What was it?
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Mississippi. So what brings you out here to Coachella Valley? How do you end up here?
So when I was in Biloxi, I met my manager, my first manager, Damian Walton. He at a family reunion, and I was 16 at the time, and I met him, and he had us rap battling against each other. He's like, "Yeah, I know Snoop Dogg, whoa, whoa, whoa," and you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Y'all battle each other, cuz." And he's from Cali, he's from India, and I'm like, "Man, fuck it." I ate the battle. And he's like, "Come to my car." He was like, "How would you like to move to California and work with some big artists?" I was like, "Man, you bullshit, man. You ain't." He actually pulled Snoop Dogg up on the phone and started talking to Snoop Dogg.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, "Oh, shit. Like, for real?" He's like, "Yeah. You want to move out?" I was like, "Yup." And then I told my parents, and I moved out, and I started working in L.A. And he would always take me to L.A. But then Hurricane Katrina hit and took my whole city out. You know what I mean? While I was working with Lil Flip, I went to a show in Rosarito with Lil Flip, and that weekend Hurricane Katrina hit and took everything out. So I was stuck. I couldn't talk to nobody from home. And before you knew it, I mean, even when stuff got put back together, my family survived. I know homies who went missing. I know homies with family members. They couldn't find them after the hurricane. My whole entire house was gone.
Damn.
I went back home and like everything's ground zero. So imagine dipping out, coming back home, and your whole city is like
gone.
Like disappeared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you only like all I saw was like the sticks that hold the house together, and appliances from the living room was in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? And we live on 30 miles of beach, so there was 30-foot tidal waves, right? So on the beach there's casinos. A huge chunk of the casino was sitting in someone else's front yard across the street.
Damn,
you know what I mean,
bro.
Our next door house was swapped with the other house on the next door. Like, it's crazy. It's like a giant walked around and just started doing this, kicking shit around. And I just broke down, and I said, I gotta go. You know what I mean? And I went and moved in with my manager in Indio, and we just started working. And I made my first album with Lil Flip, Daz, Corrupt, Bone Thugs. And I went on tour with Bone Thugs. It was crazy. It was a crazy experience, man. And to be straight out of high school, it was nuts. I really think I didn't understand what I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was so young and so dumb. You know what I mean? Like when you take somebody from nothing, literally like nothing, and you put them in a room with all these legends, like, shit, I just thought this was my life for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like,
so how long did that last? The original tour and all that?
That lasted from 2006. No, as a matter of fact, it lasted from 2004 because right after I graduated, from 2004 to like late 2006 that's when T.I. and Flip got in that beef because I was signed with Flip. I was actually a part of the Clover G's. I moved into his mansion to make my album for 2 weeks. It was crazy. High as shit all week. I hung out with Gutta Gutta. He was from New Orleans as well. So Gutta Gutta was actually on Lil Flip's team before he went to Cat Young Money. So we stayed together in the same room, bro. And we just chopped it up. And it was crazy. I mean, one night we in Vegas, after party with Young Buck. You know what I'm saying? And next week we're with Bun B in Texas, just chilling with Bun B, bro.
Damn, bro.
Like, and the crazy part about it is my manager didn't tell me Bun was pulling up. We was at a gas station. He's like, just wait right here. He took off. And I'm like, in the middle of Texas, and fuck yeah. Like, this fool pulls up with Bun B and some like groovy chick in the back seat. And Bun rolls the window down. What up, Lou? I'm like,
dang.
I'm like, what the fuck, Dave? And we went back to the hotel room. We did this thing, and he came out, and we just, chopped it up. I'm just chilling with fucking legends, bro. But the moral of that story is that, like, I was not paying attention to the business. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying attention to the business of it. I could be a real legend right now if I really paid attention to, like, these guys aren't just here just to smoke weed and do pills and hang out with females. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, that's a part of what comes with the game, but I thought that was the artist's reward.
Yeah.
Just being
so
out.
you didn't know about the business side, and I think that's another thing that a lot of artists struggle, especially it's really important to have a team, right? Like, for you to be the creative, you're the rapper, then you have somebody else be the marketing guy. Maybe that's what the role of the manager is. So maybe when you were 18, I mean, that must be crazy. Like, you graduated from high school, you just moved to another state. Now you're traveling all over with rappers. Like, that's crazy, bro.
I went to the pros the same year as LeBron and Carmelo. And like, it was like straight out of high school. I'm the same age as those guys. You know what I'm saying? And my first track I did with a big artist. My first big feature was with Crazy Bone. And it was crazy because I was at a studio in San Bernardino, and me and my cousin were smoking a blunt in, like, the studio, like the booth, because it was a long booth. And I hear somebody walking in, like, to the main area, and I'm like, cool, I'm smoking a blunt. And all of a sudden I hear somebody say, like, yo, can I hit that blunt with y'all? And I'm like, damn, who is that? I'm like, yeah, come here. Like, and poke around the corner, and it's Lazy Bone. And he's like, yo, can I hit that blunt with y'all? It was at a time when Bone Thugs was broken up, so they really was, like, really tight on cash.
Mm-hmm.
And I wound up smoking out late, and they smoked back with me as well. And then Crazy came through, and my manager was like, yo, why don't y'all link up a track? Lazy left, Crazy stayed. And we made this hit called Cloud 9. It was crazy. And, like, for Crazy Bone, for Crazy Bone to fuck with it, man, it was, and we actually performed that at a couple shows, and everybody went stupid crazy. Like, it was just like, it was a ride. I hate to tell the Ted Bundy stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's back, like, that's way back then, but it was a dream, dog. It was a dream, man. And for any artist listening, like, if you ever get in those situations, grasp everything.
Yeah. So I don't have an experience when it comes to, like, making music, but last year we went out to some big events to do videos for, like, the after parties for the Latin Grammys and the Latin Billboard Awards after parties. So we were recording. We were surrounded, like, by a lot of Latin artists. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, artists that we grew up listening to when we were kids, and, like, upcoming artists. And yeah, so we were starstruck, but then also, like, we were, like, taking a step back. Like, we're in the same room with these people. Like, I know we're working, recording, whatever, but, like, I was able to go on stage with, like, this reggaeton artist called Jay Cortez. I don't know if you know him. He has, like, songs with Bad Bunny. He's, like, pretty huge. Yeah, like, I went on stage. I was recording and shit. His manager got mad at me because I was recording behind him, but just, like, the whole experience, just being there, I was just, like, blown away. And then the same thing, we were just soaking it in. Like, I'm at this moment right now. Like, artists, like, probably working their whole lives to be here, and for some reason, just because camera work, we're here at the same venue. So it was just, like, so lucky to be in this situation. I'm pretty sure you, looking back, you feel like you had such a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was fun, and it taught me a lot about just making sure that your shit is together, because right now is what I tend to see a lot of the time is just artists just slapping stuff on the internet. You know what I mean? And it don't right now, it don't even cost a lot to make your shit look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, somebody can hit one would be like, "Yo, I got a music video I want to do, man." You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it ain't gonna cost them $10,000 to do a video, which you just gonna make sure it look right.
Yeah.
Make sure your wardrobe's straight. Make sure your images together. You know, things like that, bro. It don't take a lot. It don't take a lot at all, man.
So what's like the ideal plan? Or okay, let's go back to what happened after you did all those shows. What happened after that? Like, how do you get to the situation?
So what happened was, when it came down with Flip, it was like a mutual relationship between him and my manager, right? So when it came down to the whole Tip and T.I. and Lil Flip beat, I'm sure everybody remembers that. When it happened, like, he stopped doing shows in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't go certain places because T.I. was the king, man, and he took him out. He made a whole 2 mixtapes about Flip that sold out. You know what I mean? And it got to the point to where record sales wasn't doing what they were supposed to do. Things started happening, and he just immediately cut ties with everybody that was on his team because he couldn't support them no more. He actually had to move out. You know what I mean? Like, and it was a situation where we just couldn't control it. And I don't even think Flip was wrong for what he did. I just think it was a bad time to hit Tip because he had just put out a couple albums. He put out ATL, the movie. Like, it was just a rough time for all of us, and we all supported him.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to a point to where it was like everybody had to go home.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody had to go home. But that's the thing. If I could have created that cushion of networking, learning the business, figuring out what to do when you do fall off, it's nothing. Like, I picked up all these traits that I can use for myself now, and I didn't do that then. Now I know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And then from there, you stayed in India. You moved back to India. You went back to what happened?
I started off as a normal fucking person. Like, and I was so young, I didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. I literally had to learn the game, independent game. You know, and now that's what's up. I mean, nobody really wants to do deals right now when everything is at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Everything.
So earlier you were saying that artists are just putting out whatever songs without really thinking about it. But what do you think about like just putting out a lot? Like if you're a young artist, wouldn't it be good to just start pumping as much content as you can just to get better, to practice more, to get some traction?
But with a scheme, with a theme. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you drop a song, but you just post it. You just post the link on Facebook. You post the cover on Instagram. You may post a little audio, but what else, right? So right now, like, I mean, an ad for Instagram is what, $10? And you're reaching people in different countries, right? Mm-hmm. There's all types of different engines you can use. I don't consider it cheating, but if you put something on Spotify, how many songs are on Spotify right now?
Oh, billions, for sure.
So for you to stand out, like, there's actual like playlist options that you can use that don't cost a whole lot, but there's websites that actually put you on playlists. And these are big playlists they put you on, but nobody really researches this stuff. I had to learn this on my own. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like, it's so many different ways like to invest in what you're doing, and it's a huge outcome. Money comes back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, money comes back to you rather than you spending all this money, all this time. Artist time is money. And I really think, like, if we're going to do this, that's why I talk to artists all the time. I'm like, hey, do this. Do this. Try this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you're going to get people from all over the world hearing your shit. And the biggest thing that I want from it, I don't even want no money for it. I just want them to do it. You know what I mean? Like, just try it. You know, and that's my thing. And that's what I try to teach artists, because I'm at a point to where I can't knock on 40 years old fucking up and coming, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm at a point where I want to start growing artists, and I want to
I
teach
was gonna say that because for like you sound really passionate about trying to help up and coming artists, like um, put them in that position that you got put in earlier, but now kind of like mentor them and show them the ropes. Because I don't know, just from the way you're saying it, like you sound like really passionate about helping others.
Yeah, and the thing is like this is shit that people charge for, and I just want people to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, there you go, attaboy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the one to be like, man, you fucking did that shit. You know what I mean? Like I just want to fucking say that, and like I'll tell artists, and they'll think I'm hating on them. Like, oh man, don't know what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like they will literally. I've heard stories of people telling me like people think that you're hating on them when you try to give them advice. What the fuck I gotta hate for?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I literally got 3 more years until I hang this shit all up, and I want a team that I could just grow. Dream team that I could
What
just
do you mean by you only got 3 more years?
like I got 3 more years, so really just like putting all this into it without like having a team to push. You feel me? Like I want to, like I'm at a point to where like shit, man. You know, the industry only allows a certain age to really do what they want to do. You feel me? So I personally feel like shit. I got like 3 or 4 artists that I would pick and I would grow, and all I need them to do is just make the play. Just make the fucking play, bro. I mean, I'm 35.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been rapping for over 20 years. You know what I mean? And it's just, I'm beat up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm beat up. I'd have been through enough. I'd have put my family through enough. And I'm at a point to where, you know what I'm saying, this last couple projects I do, I think that's going to really make a statement to where, like, artists are going to understand that that's the example they need to follow. And I already have my eye on a few artists. I don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I already got my eyes set on some artists that I really want to just put on the all-in team and really make this shit go.
Yeah.
Like, put together a full, like Wayne did with Young Money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like what Drake is doing with certain artists and things like that.
I think that's dope that you're self-aware though too. Like how long are you gonna be able to tour, or what kind of audience are you gonna bring? Because it is true. It usually upcoming artists tailored to like a younger audience, you know, and older people it's harder to get to listen to music. Like even for my personal, like it's hard for me to listen to new artists, you know. Like I kind of like what I like, and that's
Right.
that's a lot of people do with once you kind of get your artist. So I like that you're gonna work on this and already have your eye on the next venture. So you're trying to create your own label, or just your promotion team, your management role? Like what's like?
I would love for it to be my actual label. I'm actually working with, because it's my team, and then there's Too Toxic Music that actually like put me on to how to create a label and how to.
I was gonna ask you what's like the steps to create your own label.
Yeah, got to get the LLC going. Got to make sure your taxes are straight. There's actually grants that are offered to music labels that actually have an LLC. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. And I really wanted to make it to where this is like my project. You know how I make my music projects. I want to take these 3 or 4 artists, and I'm like, hey, we not leaving the room until y'all motherfuckers set this up, and this up. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I have I think if I could pick one artist to really grow and mold, I have a few. I ain't gonna say them all though, but I would definitely put Mills to God on my fucking team. I would definitely like just put him in the soil and like grow the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know he wants it so bad. He wants it. You know what I'm saying? He has everything you need. He has a look. He has a charisma. He has a style. He has the flow. You know what I'm saying? And he really blew me away at the Cypher, dog.
Oh, he killed that. He won that Cypher, bro.
Like, when I was picking it, I was like down one. I was like, man, who do I pick? Billy Dale's like, bro, Mills. I was like, yeah. He's like, damn, bro. I was like, man, I'm concerned because all he does is freestyle. He said, don't worry about Mills. He said, don't worry about Mills. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right. He came through and fucked it up. I was like, the first round, I was like,
no, Mills, like that. Mills is, for a project like this, I feel like he would be perfect because he's so talented, bro. Like not just when it comes to music. Like I've seen him write like comedy skits or like movie scenes. Like, bro, his mind works like crazy. Like when it comes to just being a creative, I don't know how his mind works. Like he's super talented, bro.
That's crazy, man. And the thing is like the way he came through, and then his parents had actually chopped it up with me and told me, like, you know what, like this really put him on a whole nother level as far as his mindset. And that let me know, like, damn, guess I am doing something good. Like, I just do shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do shit out of the hopes to see a rising star out of it. That's all.
No, we were looking forward to because, well, the first Cypher was a success, man. So many people showed up, and then you had like CB Weekly and people just all kinds of local artists and people just supporting, just being there. I thought that was really cool just to see, kind of like you said, just bringing rappers together because everyone here's trying to do it on their own or like trying to like stay in their own circle instead of like branching out, reaching out to more artists. And that's one of the biggest issues. I don't know if it's just the Valley. I mean, I think it's just in general, people kind of want to stick to their own, you know? So that was dope. And I was looking forward to the second Cypher because I know you were planning that shit out. And then unfortunately during the crisis that we're in, we couldn't do it.
It looks like things are opening up. I think what I'll have to do is make it like a certain limited amount of people, just the people to shoot it. You know what I mean? Like have you come through and shoot it, you know what I'm saying? And just have the artists there. Like I was going to have like a mass amount of attendance, bro. Like me and some promoters from out there. And then also my team, we were working on really making it like, boom. Like we're going to have an artist before performing, artist after performing, painters, vendors, like any brand that wants to come through and push their brand, food vendors. It was going to be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
like the CB food truck stuff. Like you should hit up those, all that, bro.
And then the pandemic hit, bro.
Damn. And also, like going back to before the pandemic, you had a pretty successful show doing the showcase as Lupac when you did the cover for Tupac, bro. Like the turnout for that event, like I've never seen anything like that before. Like somebody local to bring that many people, especially in Coachella, bro. Like in Coachella, you had that much of a turnout, bro. It was insane.
Dude, the thing about it was the way that was set up, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to fucking do it. When it first came across, so this is what happened. I did a show in December at Coachella Bar. The owner was like, bro, you look just like fucking Tupac. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes, like, I don't like that shit, but I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm at Coachella, I get stopped like 20 times a day, take pictures. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, like, and then they were like, bro, you should do a tribute. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I'm not doing no you dog, fuck that shit. And then they hit me with a price. So I was like, all right, well, shit, you guys are gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? Because I had to come down from San Diego. And then once we put out the RSVP, it was like 500 RSVPs, dog. And I'm like, I've never seen it. Everybody's like, bro, we can't wait. And everybody who never came to a Lootenant show was at this show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody who I've been inviting to my shows and never come, Tupac's there, we going. Like, it was crazy. And I got there, see a line out the door. I'm like, and after that, I got booked for Temecula. I got booked for Canada. I got booked for Cancun. I got booked for freaking, like, I got, because the videos went, just everybody was putting out videos. And I got Rosarito, Papas and Beer booked me.
Damn, bro. That was right before the coronavirus, right?
Yeah, they booked me for June. And they was paying like a crazy amount. Room and board, food, hotel. And I'm like, no, my manager, me and my manager from Lil Flip linked back up. He called me before Lupac. He was like, bro, do you understand what you're doing right now? And I'm like, a tribute? He's like, no, bro. Look at this research, bro. There's never been a live Tupac tribute. So he actually got on the phone with some people and took a trip to Vegas to meet the commissioner out there. And they said, we can put him as a resident at one of our hotels. and make this official, but we need to see at least 10 hot shows just like that one anywhere in the States. If you can give us numbers, videos, progress, a better show, because it sounds kind of off.
Yeah.
If you can bring us that, we can make Lupac a permanent resident at we can do a bidding war between the casinos.
What's the legality bit? Like, are you allowed to perform his songs? How does that work? Because I know there's trivia bands, but how does that happen?
My team actually paid for part of the Tupac estate in order to do it. Like, they actually went through and got like paperwork for the Tupac estate and actually talked to the actual person who owns his estate in order to get a piece of it so we can do that. And it was nuts because I when I first heard it, I was like, why are y'all doing all this? Like, are y'all pulling something behind my back? They're like, no, that they could sue the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and it made sense. And I was like, okay, cool. So me and my manager, we sat down and we put together this plan to really take Vegas. And it was coming along just fine before this shit. It was like, bro, you could really clear probably like 5 or 6 G's a week. Like, just looking like Tupac and going out on stage. And the fact that my manager knows Snoop, he said, imagine you're at Caesars and Snoop hops on stage with you and you do gangster party with. Like, we was really working, bro.
Yeah.
And then shit hit and I was like, fuck. I was sick. I was depressed. I was very depressed, bro.
I bet, bro. But how's it right now? Is any talks going back to that tour? Are you guys talking again? Because since things are starting to open up.
I think it's September for Rosarito. But, I mean, because they wanted me to still go in, like, June because Mexico's restrictions aren't as bad as ours. I'm like, bro, I'm not going in June. I'm not going.
Like, the Rona's still out there, bro.
I fuck around and get hit with the Rona. It'd be no more Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So my manager was like, I agree with you. But just know we can go. I'm like, no, I'm not going in June, bro.
Yeah.
They said September because they still want to do it. They still want to pay me. They still want to make it happen. They saw those videos and they were really going away. And I'm just glad my team came through and helped me embody him as much as possible. It was hard for me to stay as Lupac because I'm a performer. So my manager was like, dude, I literally saw you turn into Lieutenant a few times. Like, you got to stay Tupac. I'm like, man, I know, but like, it's just hard. You know what I mean? I watched all his videos. I watched his interviews. I started talking like him.
Bro, you should make a separate Instagram account. Just call it Lupac. And just those performances and just pictures of you with like Tupac quotes and shit, just in the streets, different photo shoots, music.
That would be dope.
I think that shit could grow, bro. You
think?
I think if you make a separate one, just like as a meme, not as a meme, but just like as your character, just Lupac, and then you could tag your regular page on that. So it's a way to promote your regular. Plus, you're building a fan base just on that. Like, it could be maybe 2 posts could be Tupac like quotes and pictures or whatever, and then it's one of them of you. Like one. It could be like those fan pages for like different artists, but about Tupac, like all about him. And then once in a while, post a picture of you or you performing or you talking about how much it means to you.
I could do live shows on Instagram.
Yeah, bro. Like, I think you could grow that shit if you just that'd be pretty dope. And you could run ads on that too if you wanted to like market a bigger audience.
I lost 25 pounds from the day I learned I was going to do the show up until the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really shredded all that weight. Quarantine hit, I'm not going to lie, I've been eating a lot.
Yeah. I feel you, bro. That shit not treating us well.
My gym is like steps away from me, and I literally just ate my way to like probably gain 20 pounds. I got to lose it again, bro, but I definitely got to get back in shape for this project and for Lupac, for sure.
Are you right now in San Diego or you're in the Valley?
I'm in San Diego, bro. I'm actually in San Diego. I moved here for a job opportunity, and I've been here ever since. Honestly, the progress for my music has been a lot better now that I'm not in the Valley. And it's crazy because Valley's so small as an artist. If your fans can literally see you at Walmart every other week, it kind of takes away that celebrity vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? now that I only come home for shows and to see my parents, you know what I'm saying? But because my parents live there, my wife's family lives there, I only come home to work. So people just look at it as more as like, damn, Lieutenant's in town. He must be doing, you know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. It's crazy when you're not in people's face. The riffraff isn't there. People ain't in your business. People ain't starting shit with you. People ain't trying to like run up on you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's totally different, bro. And it's fun. It's actually fun.
So there's I was reading a book about that. Like sometimes it's good to be in people's faces all day, but a lot of times a lot of people like to keep secrecy. So being away, not posting or just showing up randomly, like it creates a bigger persona for you. So some people like that, like Leonardo DiCaprio, like he doesn't post, he doesn't have social media. He has social media, but all he posts is like the global warming type videos and stuff. But you never see him until it's like time for a movie. Or Daniel Day-Lewis goes missing for like 10 years, comes out and drops like an Oscar-worthy movie. You know, like these big celebrities like that you don't see them all the time. But then there's the other case where it's like social media. A lot of people are saying you need to be in people's feeds and in their face all day. And some examples, of course, like the Kardashians or the big celebrities, they're posting like 3 times a day. Kylie Jenner, you know, just posting all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I post stories like all the time, and I know people sometimes get tired of it. And that's another thing that I like to tell young artists to do is like, dude, you got to post everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to post what you eat, what you're doing. I don't give a damn if you're at work and it's something you at work you doing is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Post that, bro. Post you on vacation. Like, post everything because that's when I'm not putting the music out, that's what keeps the fans in tune. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a huge Cardi B fan, but I like her personality because she talks shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm always talking shit. I really don't care. And sometimes I look at it like, damn, did I go overboard? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? The more I piss you off, guess what? You probably don't talk about me. They gonna follow me. It's all good. Like, I'm not even tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, and some people get on me like, man, you post way too much. No, I don't. I don't post enough. You know what I mean?
So how's the story like? So are your numbers like consistent? Are you the times you post more? Do you get more views? Do you get more engagement on certain things, or like what gets you the most engagement?
When I just talk shit or just speak the truth, when I show my face, I have to show my face. Mm-hmm. Like if today I really didn't, because I started back, you know what I'm saying, actually getting back on the road in the field and working. But whenever I show my face and I talk shit, I can get up to like 500 views on a story, 600 views on a story, which is like really big. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of those things to where people just want to see you. Mm-hmm. They just want to see you. And I think, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it's frowned upon because I do it a lot. But, I mean, shit, man. You got to be there in people's face.
I mean, I think you have to be there to stay relevant. It doesn't have to be a post, but like it could be a story. And a story is not hard. Just pull out your phone, like you're saying, just do. I feel like I don't post enough on my story. I make a lot of videos, but I don't post enough. Like you're saying, just what you're doing. Like today, I didn't even post. The only thing I posted was when you added me about the coming on the podcast. And I think I just posted right before this, but I haven't really posted all day.
Yeah, I actually talked to like a few publicists, and they said right now, your story should be your reality show, right? Mm-hmm. And your post should be your billboard for your products. And that's how you got to look at it. And every day, you got to give somebody a piece of your reality on your story. Every day, I don't care if you're walking your dog. You know what I mean? Like, just that alone, somebody's like, hard eyes, or you know what I mean? Like, oh, damn, that's a dope dog. Boom, you're getting more engagement. The algorithm notice. You know what I'm saying? And that's what gets you more views and more engagement. You know what I'm saying?
Just keeping it real, because if you're just posting high quality photos, like I know I follow some celebrities, all they do is post high quality photos on their stories, and like it's just like you look fake, you know. That's not reality. You're not out with your family or doing. Sometimes things don't have to be exciting for you to post about them. So last year I did a 30-day vlog challenge, like you're saying, vlog every day. I did a 30-day vlog challenge on IGTV, and I just posted. So I was literally recording every day, no matter what. Like I was going to work. Like half of the vlogs were me at work, fucking construction, like nothing too exciting. But I was posting a video about it. And then the next day I'll be work again. Maybe I went to get ice cream after work with my wife, and the dog's like eating frappuccino or some shit from the Starbucks, like little shit like that. And then I got a lot of positive feedback. So starting in the beginning of July, I'm going to start another 30-day vlog challenge. So I'm just going to vlog every day.
So how was your engagement? How was your engagement when you did that? It was pretty dope, huh?
Yeah, every day, because since they know you're doing it every day, they might miss an episode, and then they go back and watch the day before. So that's something I learned. I learned from YouTube, because I've been posting YouTube since like 2015, all kinds of videos. And sometimes you don't get the initial views right away, but 2-3 videos down the road, some guy might watch a video and they're going to watch like 2 more videos. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with music. Like they might not listen to your latest song, but then you drop a new song, then you drop a new song or a new project, and they listen to your old stuff. So it's like, you just got to keep working and making the next thing.
Yeah, man, I really, I feel like I definitely slowed down with dropping music. I just had a really rough start to the year, bro. And there was so many things I had in line with the music as far as gaining money from the shows to put into the music and to feed the family. And, you know what I'm saying, with everything going on, it just really took a toll on me. So an explanation to anybody who's watching, who's like, when Lootenant dropping some more music, hold on fucking tight, bro. Hold on tight. I haven't fell off. It's just it's certain things I can't put out uncooked food, bro. Can't do it.
Do you plan on making music videos for those?
Oh, for sure. And I want to make sure I have the ones I fall in love with, and then I want to make sure anything that I'm doubting, I take those out and put more music in that I fall in love with. And, I'm not gonna be. I won't give anybody less than ghetto gospel. You know what I mean? I won't do any less than that ghetto gospel project. And I think if I rush it, I'm gonna give y'all some. Really, Lou? Like we waited all this time for this?
How are the numbers for ghetto gospel? How did it perform overall?
My bad, bro. For ghetto gospel, the numbers did really well as far as, you know what I'm saying, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way I promoted it, the way I pushed it. As far as Spotify went, it popped and then it dropped and then it popped back up again when I dropped the whole project. But the thing is like right after I dropped everything on Spotify, I got like some tips and tricks from my mentor on how to really push it and how to brand it. You know what I'm saying? In a certain way as far as you get the engines going. So now I have all these new tips and tricks I'm going to use with the new project. It's going to really make it pop, man. And I'm excited.
That's
really,
sick.
Like it was like a month too late, but I'm like, oh, wait till I get this shit. I can't wait, bro. And if any artist wants to know, you know, anything I've done wrong that can get them better, or anything that I'm working on right now that I got brewing with me and my team, I don't care. I'll share it. There's a lot of artists that don't share it, and it sucks. It really sucks. Like when artists have the keys to the game and they won't teach young ones, because this shit ain't supposed to be sold like that. You know what I mean? It should be free game. Now I'm gonna tell you what to do, but I'm not gonna do it for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. It's like I can lead you all the way to the fucking water, bro. But I can't make you drink that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That cliche.
Slap in the face, bro, when I give advice, and then they don't, and I can see you're not doing it. Like, I can see you're not using it. It's like, bro, you wasted an hour of my talking with you for you not to do, at least try and see if it works. I'm not, like I tell people all the time, I'm not a huge artist, but I've learned a lot, and I fell on my face so many times that made me want to give up. I damn near gave up last year.
I think right now what you could take advantage of is, once, like right now there's not going to be no concerts, no festivals, But what they're gonna allow is like small clubs, small venues. So I think a lot of local artists or smaller artists are gonna take advantage of this because they, like, you guys could start performing. One of the first people performing, you know, like one of the first events.
It's gonna be crazy.
The what?
It's gonna be crazy. Like when shit opens back up, like the first show, bro. Like dog, like my merch table gonna be lined up, ready. I'm about to sell out.
I feel
bro.
like right now you should be talking. And are you talking to any promoters regarding
Yeah,
like when they might open, like what clubs, where venues?
yeah, I got promoters on my bumper, man. But it's just I don't know how soon is too soon. You know, and things like that. Like shit, I might let the first show make it just to see how many cases ride, dog. Like I might fall out, you know. But a lot of not managers, but promoters have been hitting me. My birthday bash got held back.
I know it was gonna be at the day shit, right? Right when they shut everything down, right?
It was days before, bro. Like my birthday was the day they announced the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Sad as fuck. Was not a happy birthday for me because I'm a conspiracy theorist deep down. So I'm like, World War III, nigga, it's over. We about to die on my birthday. You know what I mean? Like, and my wife's birthday was 2 days before. So it was like, it was the most horrible birthday, dog. And then I get a call from the promoter, and she's like, don't worry. As long as we don't have more than 250 people in the building, we're still going to do your show. Still going to do your birthday bash. The same day, 2 hours later, after the pandemic was announced, I pick up the phone. She's like, hey. I'm like, don't tell me. She's like, yeah, we're going to close down the whole entire polo fields for the time being. I'm like, fucking bitch. I worked so hard to get those tickets sold and get people to go. Yeah, bro. It was really rough. It was a really hard time, bro.
No, it was a hard time. Like the whole month of March, bro, it was like news, this is dropping and this is shutting down and they're canceling this and you can't fly anymore and you can't travel. And it was just like every day it was so slow, new news. But then like April hit and it just flew by. Like we just got used to this lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like now we're already almost in June. Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't think live shows are gonna pop until next year, bro.
Live shows?
Live shows.
I read an article on, I think the New York Times. They had a show in like Kentucky like last weekend, but they only sold tickets like limited capacity in pockets. So like you could buy like 3 or 4 tickets for you to sit like in one corner of the building, some people in the middle, and so you didn't have like contact with other tables. And then there was like a little band that played. Like that was like the very first show that had ever opened. And then they were checking people's temperature like right before coming in to make sure they weren't like over the limit. And also if they didn't have a face mask, they had a face mask providing to those people. And then they had social distancing in the bathroom, so like they had to like block out the stalls, so like one stall would work, one of them was crossed out, and the next stall was open. So they already kind of did a show, but I don't know how that's going to be like nationwide, you know, especially in California. We're like the most strict state.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think the cases aren't as bad as other states here because we've been so strict. But why do you think Coachella hasn't officially announced the cancellation yet?
What I read so far is because of insurance money. So if they cancel, then the insurance doesn't cover some of the costs because they already spend millions on marketing, on hiring like the artists, on promotions, you know, all the stuff, printing out the bracelets. So they already invested up all kinds of millions of dollars. And if they cancel, they lose all that money. But if the government forces them to cancel, since it's now up to them, it was like the government canceled it, the insurance kicks in and gets to pay for a lot of the money they invested or something like that.
So they're just waiting until it's officially announced that they're not doing no live shows until a certain time.
Yeah, I think they're waiting until the government shuts it down. Because if it's up to them, they're going to try to do it. But there's no way by October, 100,000 people coming together. Like, there's no way.
Nah.
Do you think that's possible?
Nah, bro. Nah. It just is making more and more sense to just cancel it And I don't know what they're gonna do with our money. You know what I'm saying? Try to put it to next year because they don't want to give the money back. You know, I ain't never heard of Coachella giving refunds like that.
So every year they always have in June, so it's almost coming up, the pre-sale for the year after. So June you can buy tickets for the next year. So what I'm thinking is if they cancel, they're gonna give you the option to keep the tickets till 2021. So I'm personally gonna keep them because I plan on going anyway, and I don't want to like try to buy them later. You know what I mean? So some people already canceled. They've been canceling since March. People have been getting their money back already.
Yeah, I've been going to Coachella since Jay-Z, bro.
2009, 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Never stopped, bro.
This is the shit, bro. I've been going to Coachella since then too. It's just, I just got obsessed with it. That's why I started making content about it. Do you ever want to play at the venue? Do you ever think you'll get a chance?
Yeah, I had a setup with my DJ D-Tomp. He always does a live DJ set there at a certain tent. And he already had me on that tent's lineup for this year, man, which is crazy.
Oh, wow. So you were going to perform at Coachella?
Weekend too.
Weekend too. Damn, bro.
And I didn't want to tell nobody because, you know, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that, like, we got the super duper green light before I telling everybody because you know, all the fans was going to be like, shit, where you at, dog? Where you at? And I'm like, wah, wah, wah. You know what I mean? And that just takes away my credibility. So I wanted to be on the safe side. Wait till my DJ was like, green light, we on this time, this tent, let's go. Here's your artist pass and shit like that. And we just did it. But yeah, man.
Damn.
Because I've been out of the limelight for a long time. So 2019 to 2020 was looking real, real good for like that.
Damn, 2020 was going to be your year, bro. It
was like, with like Vegas Tupac residency, with my music, with shows, like it was just going to be crazy. So much historic shit with the Cypher. It was just going to be very historic, dog. Like, I can't even explain, like that first month of quarantine, I was so sick and depressed. I didn't even post anything, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't even know how to talk to anybody. It was just like kind of like PTSD, dog. Like it just got taken away, bro. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. You know what I mean? And along with everybody being sick and so scared, like it was really bad for me. Like I'd lay in bed.
Did it take you back to the times like during Katrina, like how you felt during those times, or similar, different?
Most definitely, it just did something to me that just took my spirit away, bro. And I was literally just like about to hang it up, bro. You know what I mean? Like I've had so many of these situations, so many heartbreaks, so many times getting fucked over. Sorry, my battery went low. So many times getting let down and beat up and hurt to where it's just like, I'm done. I'm literally done. And my heart just said, get your ass back up. Stop being a little bitch.
Nah, bro, I feel you.
Spend all this money for nothing, dog.
Just keep going. Yeah, and I think times have changed though. Like I know you put a time limit. You said, "Oh, I'm almost 40. There's not a fan base," but I think times have changed. Like it doesn't matter how old you are if the music is good and you have good marketing. It doesn't matter anymore because we have a global audience. Like back in the day, if you were a rapper, you're coming up and your original fan base is like the people you're handing out mixtapes to, your local shows, and you're growing that into a national audience. But now, like you could grow anywhere, bro. And I think with your experience and hopefully you start doing some of these things once the economy reopens, like you're just gonna blow up. Like it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, man, and I think that's just my mental timeline that I give myself. Because when I was 25, I told myself I didn't want to be 30 in rap. You know, I didn't want to be up and coming 30. You know what I mean? I wanted to be in the game by 30. I'm 35 now, and I'm like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I think that's what's kept me going. It's just that mental cycle, like, bro, you're getting old. You got to keep up. And that's what makes me go hard on my music, too. It's like, you can't let these little niggas beat you, bro. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I keep telling myself. You can't let these little guys that have barely touched the game fuck you over. Like, take them out. You know what I'm saying? Like. So I got these new freestyles that I'm dropping next month. And I got four done already. and record it, and it's just nuts. Like it's just crazy, and I'm like, man, you still fucking got it, old man. You still got it.
Now you gotta beat your biggest fan, bro. You gotta just keep hyping yourself up.
Yeah, you're still there, bro. You know, and me and Billy Dale are gonna do a live battle.
Oh shit.
Billy Dale hit me. He's like, I want to do a live battle with you. I'm like, bro, you ready? Like hit for hit, like not battling each other, but like hit for hit. So 10 hits versus 10 hits. I'm like, dog, like, you know how far my hits chart. He's like, let's do it. I'm not scared of you, bro. Like, you know how cocky Billy Dale is, man.
Yeah.
Billy Dale is confident as shit. That's my little brother, man, and I appreciate him being that way because he keeps me on my toes too.
So that's next month? Is that next month, or when is that coming out?
No, that's next weekend.
Oh, next weekend.
Next weekend, we're putting together promo material right now, and we're gonna make that shit happen, bro. And I like to see my little grasshopper knock me out the box, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely want to tune into that. Like, I tune into the one where you feature like Speaks and Mills and them. That's the one I tuned in. I didn't get to catch your first one, but I tuned into that one.
Speaks was crazy, bro.
Speaks
was dope. The viewers went crazy for Speaks, bro. Like, I didn't even think he was gonna do it because, you know, he's so big on the scale in Mexico City. And he was like, bro, like, yeah, I fuck with you, Lieutenant. Like, I really do. Like, I love what you do. So yeah, let's do it. Like, it was no question. It was like, what time? What time you need me? I'm like, damn, I got Speaks on here. Ooh, I'm about to fuck shit up. And it was just crazy, man. And like, you never expect him to bring bars like that. He just goes crazy.
Yeah, that he's a character for sure. I saw him perform at Bart's actually.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe 3 months ago.
I was there too. Me and Billy Dale was there.
Oh, okay. Then I saw you guys that day.
Yeah. You was there with us, man. It was a really good night. I can't wait to get back to it. I've got a feeling we're gonna definitely do some crazy numbers.
What's the timeline looking like for the Cypher? Do you think it's gonna come back? Like what month do you think as of right now?
I would do it in May, so I'm thinking if shit opens up well enough, we just got to find a closed-in area to do it. I'm sure the guys are ready with their verses, so it's nothing for me to just bring it together and just do it. You know what I'm saying? I decided to just host it and add more talent to it as far as numbers, because I just felt like I don't want to be that asshole who's just always rapping in the fucking cypher, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's better if you just let, like, you could be it once in a while, but let the guys come and show their talent. That'd be dope.
I could perform at the end, and you know what I'm saying, keep it hosted by. I want to be like the Wild and Out of ciphers. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be that rather than me just always jumping. Oh, this man got to jump in every time. He got to get his clout. You know what I mean? Like when I can just host it, create the platform, and let them run the show. You know, and let the standouts be the standouts. You know, and I think I've done enough to be able to put that platform together. And all I ask is they just, you know, pay the video man. You know what I'm saying? I don't need just come together, pay the video man, bro. You know, and you know, and just make that shit work. You know, and I think it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, maybe July, August. You know, as of now.
I'm hoping for July, August. If we can make it close enough to where they want to do the birthday bash again. You know what I'm saying? I really want to kind of make it close to where everything is, so it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's lined up just right to where everybody can just put it all together. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope. I can't wait. Just keep us posted on whatever the latest news on. Where could people follow you on Instagram or Twitter? What platform?
My next platform is at Lootenant Music, Lootenant Music. You can also follow me on Lieutenant Music on Facebook, Lieutenant Music on Twitter. I keep it all uniform just so y'all can find me really good. But I'm always on Instagram. I'm always doing something on there just because that's where most of my reactive fan base is right now.
Okay, I'll put the link in the description just so people are listening. So, well, Lieutenant, thank you for coming on the podcast, man. It was definitely a dope conversation. We went over an hour already.
I know.
I want to have another one in person, like sometime in the future too, maybe 3-4 months from now.
I got plenty of crazy stories, man. So we can do that. We can definitely do that.
No, yeah, and then I can't wait to see what you're coming out because all the projects that I've seen you, like I've barely known you for maybe like a year and a half or so, just through social media. But like you already put together the cipher, you got the Lupac stuff going on. You're making moves out here, so I really respect it.
I appreciate the love, bro, and we're gonna keep it going for sure.
Bro.